So hello and welcome back to another episode of Test Drive Thursday. Today we're taking a look at the Scania P, R and S mod. Now firstly what I want to say, I find this mod a little bit unusual. It doesn't take the SCS Scania, it takes like its own model. This isn't using the sort of standard stuff as you can see in here. Nowhere near the sort of SCS quality. You can't change the center information display, and generally in here it's just nowhere near as well done. So yeah, that's a bit unusual, but anyway, let's get straight into the configuration. Now to get to the mod, it is, well, here it's the 7th one along. As you can see, the contrast between sort of quality is really clear, to be honest. I just don't understand why they haven't used this one. I mean, this is a perfectly fine model, signed off by the manufacturer, and then they've gone and used their own model. Bit unusual. But anyway, we're going to take a look at the P series today because we've looked at the R and S before. So yeah, you got the two cabins to choose from, the higher line and then the top line. Chassis, loads of different options here. I mean, we got rigid chassis as well, which is, I guess, is a plus point on this mod. Yeah, loads of different options to choose from. It's a pretty good configuration there, to be honest. Engines, they go from a 340. Now, I don't think you can get a 340 in the standard Scania. I think it starts at, is it 380 or 360? I can't remember. But we go all the way up to 450, which is a good realistic engine range. Oh wait, I think it's 370 the standard Scania starts at. So yeah, a good engine range. I mean, even the 340 is 1800 Newton meters of torque, which isn't that bad, to be honest. Transmissions, we've got 12 speeds, 6 speeds, all with or without retarders. On the interior, as I said, it's nowhere near as high quality as the SCS version. But the main differences are the sort of infotainment system and the climate control. So you got the sort of Pro Nav here, and then you got the standard sort of info display. I believe that's dual zone climate control, and that's single zone. And then you can have both, so that will be a sat nav outside. Paint jobs, nothing really going on here. You got a custom metallic colour, which is all you really need, to be honest, and then some preset ones. Now, if we come down to the front, we got the lower grille guard, which doesn't actually fit this model, which is kind of unusual. I think I might just tone down the colour a bit because I can't see what I'm doing. Let's go for that. So yeah, you can change the colour of these sort of blades here. Interestingly, I can't find a dot to change these two ones, only this one. So yeah, that's a bit unusual. So yeah, that one changes that one. That's the headlights. You can change those to different styles. Those are the bull bars that I don't like. You've then got the section down here that you can paint or choose different styles. You got the badge here that you can remove if you want. You've then got the colour of the Scania logo, and then you got the little inserts here for a light if you want. And then finally the mask, as it's called here, to finish off the design that you've got going down here. So yeah, there is no option that I can see of to change these two little blades here, which is a bit annoying, to be honest, because that means you have to go for that one to match these two, else it looks a bit funny, to be honest. Down here you can change the sort of style that you've got going on. You can have it all plastic if you want, if you're going for like a workhorse style truck, which is always nice to see. Interestingly, the paint is less expensive than the plastic, so yeah, go figure that one. Door handles, obviously paint them or put a bit of chrome on if you so wish. Door mirrors, it's pretty much standard really. Can't have a chrome one, so if you like chrome you might be a little bit disappointed. You then got the lights up here. Not sure if they are functional, but I'm sure we'll find out. You then got the light bars. beacons, and then the aerodynamic spoiler. Down here we got the side skirts. They fit in pretty well actually. Interestingly, you can get a V8 side skirt on a truck that you can't actually fit a V8 to. So it's a bit like those people who put M badges on their BMW that clearly isn't an M Power BMW. You can have floating mudguards if you want. We've then got the painted, I believe this is it the battery section down here? I'm not too sure. It's got rear bumper written there, but you can have that paint or not. I don't think you can change the what you call them, wheel arches here. Can't see a dot to do that. What does that do? Stock, some kind of aero piece there, I think. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it from the outside. So let's move on to the inside. You can change the wheel if you wish. Driver plate, sat nav, some little cabin accessory stuff. Nothing really too exciting. Put a table on there. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So now I'm going to do a time lapse of me building this truck to my spec. Okay then, so here we are, all fully configured. Now I've gone for this sort of turquoisey sort of green colour. I think it looks pretty good with the chrome wheels. Fairly high spec for a P Series, I have to say, but I thought why not. Now we have got 23 tons connected to our 440 horsepower engine. I believe it's got 2,300 newton meters, which is quite a lot of torque, to be honest. On the inside, as I said, it really isn't that detailed. I mean, the drive selector works, but it doesn't show the gear on the info display, which is really annoying. And also the speed, and also the little displays inside the rev counter and the speedo, they don't work. I mean, it's saying it's 1141 and it's 1759, so yeah, really annoying. I do not understand why they haven't used or modified the SCS version, because that is really good, the SCS version, as you know. So yeah, it's so weird. I'm just trying to adjust the steering wheel because it's in the complete wrong position. But yeah, we shall get going. It's only a short journey today to test this thing out. But yeah, I just find it unusual to see that they're still using this mod. I can't remember if it's the Scania mod that I tried before the SCS version was out, and they've just decided to carry on with it. But yeah, I just don't understand it, really. It doesn't feel like a Scania in here. It almost feels like a concept truck, just how thin all the bezels are and how small the dashboard is. You don't really get a good sense of sort of how far the dashboard stretches in. And when you look at the outside, the dashboard does actually stretch quite far down, but from the inside you feel like you're sitting right over the front wheels. It's kind of a weird sensation. But yeah, we're going to turn left here. It's quite quiet as well. I think it's exact same sounds as the SCS version. So nothing too exciting there. It just seems weird having the speedo, sorry, not the speedo, the digital speed not working. I mean, it's pretty much accurate, to be honest. I mean, it says we're doing 50 and we're doing 34 miles an hour, but I believe 31 miles an hour is 50, so it's slightly below what we're actually doing, to be honest, which is a bit dangerous. But that chrome handle as well, it's reflecting super weirdly. I'm not sure why it's reflecting that bush, and all the chrome parts in here are doing that as well. So your frames probably aren't going to be that good, to be honest, compared to the SCS version. Yeah, let's turn right here. I was trying to remember earlier, I'm sure I've seen a mod for a Scania P that uses the SCS Scania. I just can't remember. I don't know if it was just a Scania R tuning mod, or if it was a full Scania P series, I'm not sure. But yeah, these Scania P series, they're used for sort of more shorter hops, rather than the sort of S, which is more long haul. See what it turns in like. Yeah, fairly good. It's quite a lot of body roll, to be honest, which I wouldn't expect for a sort of lower truck. Right, we're going to be able to turn on here. Right, foot is flat now. I'm going to build up speed with this 6-speed automatic. It's revving quite high. I'm noticing that. I mean, it doesn't sound like it's at 2000, that's the thing. It's kind of unusual. Seems fairly quiet for being that high up in the rev range. On other sort of terms, the truck configuration is actually pretty good. Apart from maybe some of the grille configuration. I wish they sort of edited it so you can change these sort of slats and blades, as I called them before, that go across the grille. I think that'd be really cool if they did that. But otherwise, it's fairly good. Nothing too exciting, but it's fairly well done. Again, I don't know why they haven't used the SCS version, because that has so much more configuration. But I guess we'll never know. The steering's very direct on the sort of, I don't know what French call it. What do they call it there motorways? Mine's just gone blank. But yeah, at high speed, like the tiniest input, and you're going directly where you point the wheel, which in theory sounds like a good thing, but when you're cruising, you don't really want that. You want a sort of dead zone in the middle, so you don't end up feeling sick by doing this constantly, which has always been a trait of the sort of Scania. It's a lot more driver focused, that thing. It handles more like a car than a truck. But yeah, this is sort of emphasised that. I haven't driven a Scania before that is this direct. So no lag at all. It's kind of off-putting a little bit. But yeah, do I recommend you downloading this mod? No, not really. It'd be fine if this was before the SCS Scania version came out, but I can't really think how it's acceptable to have driver displays that aren't functioning, gear displays that aren't functioning, and yeah, it's just nowhere near up to the SCS level. It's like someone now coming up with a completely new version of the Volvo FH or something when it's already in the game. It's kind of unusual. I haven't really seen anyone do that kind of thing before. But yeah, we're coming into the town now. But yeah, look at how many steering sort of corrections I'm having to do. Whoa, what are you doing? That was close. Are you gonna let me come down here? Doesn't feel like it's got 2300 Newton meters of torque. Really having to floor it. I don't know if it's because it's a fairly heavy trailer, but a 440 should do better than this, I find. Come on, absolutely flooring it now. Oh, went a bit too far back. But there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you did, please do click the like, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.